So I decided to branch out from like my neck of the woods and come to U of M. I decided to make that change because I felt like if I stayed at home, I wouldn't have made any personal growth. So initially, I decided that I was going to do psychology and computer science because I was always very interested in humans, and I thought having coding skills would be a great way to like help the field of psychology. And I was doing research, and I really liked the research, but I felt like they were just numbers. I can't really help these people, and I won't see visually how I'm helping them. So then I started to look for other options or other majors. That was how I landed in information. It's everything that I wanted, or everything that I was passionate about. So getting the scholarship for the BSI was actually very exciting because it was one of the main factors that I had for joining and committing to the BSI. Being an out-of-state student and taking the leap into a new major and having to think about cost also was really intimidating. The donors that contributed to my scholarship are right here, right now. I'd say thank you so much for letting me find my passion. I would have not had that opportunity had it not been for those donors taking the chance to fund someone. So I'm really glad that they took that opportunity on me.
Coming into college, I knew, of course, that I was going to major in history. I also knew that I wanted to learn Yiddish while I was here. Eventually, I decided that it just made more sense to study Jewish history. Amid all my PhD applications that I had sent out, I also happened to apply to a fellowship at a place called the Yiddish Book Center. Think of the Yiddish Book Center as a museum of Yiddish culture that also tries to run as many educational programs as it can. Well, after working at the Yiddish Book Center, I came to realize that this was where I wanted to be long-term for a real career. But to get back there long-term, I knew I needed to get better in my grasp of Yiddish literature and culture, and I needed to learn a lot of new technical skills. UMSI had always been somewhere in my consciousness, so I knew that this was a place that took in people like me from a humanities background and could still teach them the digital skills they needed to work in that sort of field. I got accepted into the MSI program, and then soon after that, I was offered the Merit Scholarship. But what was very exciting for me in getting the Merit Scholarship was that meant that UMSI and the donors found that my Yiddish career interests are something with merit. If I could talk to my donor here, I would thank them for their belief in me. It was very nice to hear that I can convince someone that it's something worth doing.
It was actually through the health informatics program that I learned about the School of Information. I remember scrolling through the School of Public Health webpage, clicking around, and then got relinked to the School of Information page, and that was my wow moment. This could be my chance to really dive in now into a field that I know I'm curious about. It's not as narrow as the field that I am coming from. I got the admissions offer and I was so excited because it was the program of my dreams. Shortly after, I remember I got the email in my inbox that said, UMSI Merit Scholarship Offer, and my heart kind of stopped. I clicked it open and I saw that not only was it a full scholarship covering tuition, all fees, a travel stipend, and health insurance, that was a godsend. That honestly made the program of my dreams from a vision to a reality. So as a result of that generosity, I feel like I'm really trying to grab this program by the horns. I don't think I realize what a really cool accomplishment feels like when it's the accomplishment that you were meant to take on. And that's what that felt like when I heard back from UMSI.